everybody, and welcome back to Jak and Daxter. This is part 13, I believe. We are 87% complete with the game, with 88 power cells, 740 precursor orbs, and 97 scout flies. So, just a slight bit more push, and we should be done here pretty quickly. Last video we had just finished Jak, double jump, thank you. Anyway, last video we had just finished Spider Caves, or rather douchebaggy area, if I do say so myself. Wrong button. We have, as you can see, a shit ton of precursor orbs, so we should be able to get the remaining, well, some of the remaining power cells here in Volcanic Crater. If I'm correct, the only ones that are even left are the ones that you get from well, I guess you'll just see in a minute. I mean, I'm trying to be as spoiler-proof as I can, but in a minute, we're gonna come upon these two guys right through here. We actually came here earlier, but we didn't go up and actually talk to them.
Hey, Gordy, I think we got visitors. You think?
This kind of reminds me of Pinky and the Brain a little bit.
Passing through? Us too. Well, we gotta be moving on. Nothing to see here. I thought you said this was a priceless gem worth Willard!
Actually, we want power cells, not gems.
I'd rather have the gem.
You want them? What Birdbrain here is trying to say is, we may have a few power cells laying around, and we might be willing to part with them for 90 orbs each.
Where have I heard that before?
I know, right?
How do you two geniuses expect to get that big gem out of here anyway?
Well, smarty pants, we got 12 more years of digging to figure that out. Gordy, wouldn't it take less time if you dug too?
Nice.
Oh, all right already. Here's a power cell for those orbs of yours.
One.
Oh, all right already. Here's a power cell for those orbs of yours.
Two.
Already. Here's a power cell for those orbs of yours.
3. And 4.
Oh, yeah, I got it this time. Here's a power cell.
I really wouldn't be trusting that guy with
what he said.
dynamite.
That's it. You cleaned us out. No more power cells.
Not entirely sure why he had to over-enunciate the last part, but, you know. Whatever helps him sleep better at night. Now we officially have everything in Volcanic Crater. And while we could go forward and finish the game here pretty quickly, we're not going to do that quite yet, because we have some unfinished business in the mountain pass. So go ahead and hop on this motherfucker. How much you actually have left to do here is completely dependent, really, on how much you were able to do on the first run through. Now, there are some things that you seriously just could not do, as you'll see here in a moment. Due to a lack of yellow eco, as well as the fact that, you know, you're trying to chase down those fucking lurkers before they blew everything apart. So, can't remember, did we get all the scout flies here? No. Got all but one. So we should be getting a couple things here, actually. Now we need the yellow eco to ram into this tree a couple dozen times. Destroy that rock. Up over. Miss. Son of a bitch. Anyway, you need the yellow eco to destroy that rock to be able to get to that power cell, and hopefully you guys have better luck at aiming than I do. You know what, just for shits and giggles, I want to see what happens if we shoot one of these bombs. Not a fucking thing. Okay. And voila. Now, we don't fall into the hole. Or I guess we do. That's all we really needed the yellow eco for. Now I think it's just a matter of cleaning everything up. Which means, for me, maybe different for you guys, of finding the remaining scout fly. This is going to take a while. Finding the remaining scout fly and the last of the precursor orbs. Neither of which I have any actual clue as to where their location would be. So it's going to be a fun little game of hide and seek for all of us. There's the scout fly. That was pretty fucking simple. Take this path. Fuck. And it starts us over back at the very beginning every fucking time. So yeah, now that we're back here, I'd like to just point out now that it'd probably be a good rule of thumb to just be as extremely careful in this area as you possibly can. Otherwise, you're gonna be redoing a lot of shit, and it's just pretty fucking obnoxious. Another good thing that might be good for you to do is warp back to the Blue Sage's hut and start from the very beginning where there are less random drops. I mean, it really entirely just depends on what all you missed as to how easy it's going to be for you to find everything and which path would be better. But strategically speaking, if we're lucky, please be lucky. Yes. Fuck yeah. Hopefully it shouldn't take you too long, depending on how much you found. And now that we have finished off the mountain pass, we are officially cleared to continue on to the final couple areas of this game. I mean, I don't know about you guys. It's been a fun ride. This is definitely a game that I enjoy playing if I take a couple breaks in between. Oh, that was a bad idea. I tried. But, yeah, it's definitely a game that I enjoy playing, but it's not something I would replay over and over and over again unless I hadn't played it for a long time, because it's just a really simple game to beat and collect everything in terms of how fast you can do it. I mean, and in Jak 2 and Jak 3, especially now that they have trophies added to them, it's a lot more difficult to find everything. Because not only do you have to collect certain amounts of metalhead gems, but the precursor orbs.
Alright! With these additional power cells, I should be able to supply the heat shield with enough power to stand up to this lava.
I'll give you some power to stand, baby.
It will now withstand temperatures up to 800 degrees, but no more. So keep an eye on your gauge. I don't want to think
That's
about
fucking
what those
92 power cells.
shield gives out.
Yeah, the heat.
What? The silver? Hey, what about us? Don't you think we could look for a safer route to Gull Citadel?
Oh, look, I've released more cooling balloons into the tube, so you can use them to keep the temperature down. And don't forget to activate the
Thumbs up.
teleport gate in the Yellow Sage's lab. We're counting on you.
Of course. The heat will rise pretty fucking quickly in this one, so you're definitely going to want to hit as many of these cooling balloons as you possibly can. It's another area where you really don't have to worry too much about getting everything on your first go, because like everywhere else, you can always just come back. But seeing as how we're supposed to be doing this with speed, for me anyway, that was probably bad. I'm going to try to hit everything in one go. And I'm pretty sure trying to hit everything in one go is what's going to be my downfall here. Because... why did I go into the pit? God damn it, it's Mountain Pass all over again. Seriously, in that first area, I just, like, could not get through it without falling into one of the holes. And it's not the kind of hole that you normally want to fall in, if you know what I mean. You know, like a Bugs Bunny hole that teleports you to an alternate dimension. Whoa, whoa, okay. Hoppa. As you can tell, I'm not really doing a very good job of getting these balloons. You gotta shoot shit here. I'm not entirely sure what... Oh, right. Okay. Need to shoot those things to open the door, I think. Yep. That opens the door. Grab this last balloon real quick. Not that it helped any at all. Now this part here kind of sucks because you have multiple paths and you gotta find the one that'll actually give you everything. I think. I think I might have over-exaggerated a little bit. Try not to run into anything that will explode you, because it will happen. Fuck. Oh, and that's another thing I forgot to mention. That will checkpoint occasionally, because this is a rather long tunnel area. So it's actually something you kind of have to be wary about if you're if you're expecting to be able to grab something that you missed right off the bat. If you go too far, it'll checkpoint you and you won't be able to grab it. So that almost really fucked me over. All in all, it's really not anything too super difficult. Fuck. There's the last scout fly. Turn around. And I like being on these parts too because they don't, Now here's a slight conundrum. Somehow, we missed four Precursor orbs, and I don't know where the fuck they were.
Hey! Where's old short, green, and wrinkly?
This is
He's
terrible.
green ego.
Father is missing. I think Gall and Maya may have kidnapped him as well.
How does she not know?
I got everything under control.
We were just there like
Under
fucking
control.
10 minutes ago.
Lurker armies
Not even 10 minutes ago,
continue to
5 minutes
prowl
ago.
across the land. The sages have been kidnapped. Gall and Maya have gathered enough eco to complete their terrible plan, and to stop them, you're going to have to fight your way through their citadel.
Yeah, we got this.
Yeah. That about sums it up.
You've got to rescue my father before it's too late. And Jack, be careful.
Yeah. We.
Alright, I'm gonna go back to... Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the Red Sage's hut and re-hit the volcanic tube, lava tube thing, and find those four Precursor orbs, and I will see you guys then. Well, I feel stupid. Right here in the fucking beginning. Alright. Go ahead and kill myself. Now we go back to the Red Sage's hut and use this teleporter to get into Golemaya's Citadel. I'm gonna go ahead and tackle a little bit of this area here first. This is the final stage of the game.
It's about time you two decided to show up.
Nice to see you, too. Do they have you mopping the floors now?
There's no time for jokes, Daxter. Gall and Maya kidnapped us to sap our energies to power their abominable machine. It appears they have combined the functional remains of a Precursor robot with scavenged artifacts from across the land. Then they added a few diabolical additions of their own, creating the one thing capable of opening the Dark Eco silos. If you can free the four of us...
If that's the one thing that can open the Dark Eco silos, why the fuck was he so worried about them bombing it?
Before they use it to destroy the world.
It's a pretty major plot hole, if you ask me. Because if you remember, back toward the very beginning of the game, whenever we first went to Misty Island, oh, I fucking hate this shit. That's so obnoxious. Anyway, back whenever we were in Misty Island, Samos was all worried about how... Fuck off. If they kept bombing roof of the Dark Eco Silo, it would explode and open. But if that's the only thing that can open it, then why the hell was he worried? They didn't have the robot at that point, or at least we didn't know that they had it. Or if they had it, anyway. Alright. Green. Blue. Fuck. Reset. Alright. Yellow. Green. No color. Fuck cares. As I've said before, I really just do not like this area, because it's pretty troll-tastic. That didn't look none too healthy either. And it's really, really easy to forget something or just not see something. Why you do this? That's why you have to be extremely careful whenever you are moving forward to make sure that if you see something, you grab it. You don't leave it for later, because in the hecticness that is this area, if you leave it, you might accidentally forget about it. And if you do that, then you're pretty well fucked. Whoa, that was close. Alright. There you go. I love how you can actually technically kick the things. Oh right, okay. Ah! I just ran out of blue eco. Reset. Oh, I didn't mean reset all the fucking way. This is obnoxious. Actually, I think I might remember something right now. And if you run out of blue eco there, just go ahead and try going through the door. I'm not 100% certain, but I think there might be a blue eco vent on the other side of it. Can't remember if that's where that was, but it was somewhere. Kind of tricks you into thinking that it's got to be harder than that, when in reality it's not. Why it did that just happened. Fuck. I'm gonna have to edit out a fucking lot. Only 10 minutes and shit already. This is getting on my nerves. No, guess not. may be incorrect. Bam. You can use that blue eco right there, though.
Good work, fellows. Old Samus was right about you. Great piles of precursor metal. That insidious mechanical creation must not be allowed to wreak its terrible havoc.
I kind of think we should have left this guy locked up.
By eliciting a conduit of energy between myself and the vast portal below.
Yeah. You do that. We'll, just go find more help. Weirdo!
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Like and favorite if you enjoyed. Subscribe. It really helps out a lot. Next video we should actually be able to finish this up for the other 3 stages and collect all what's left. And then do the final boss battle. So the next video might be a little long. But it's okay because you all love it.